We are back. So, we just saw the Nintendo Direct and it blew every piece of my mind. I don't know about you guys, but this is one of the greatest Directs that we have had in such a long time. And we're all in. Nintendo is all in. We're gonna go ahead and play some clips on it. We're gonna watch the whole thing, but I already did my reaction to myself, and it's just, I was blown away. I was screaming. I was losing my freaking mind of how many things happen on this Direct. You know, it is an amazing step forward for Nintendo. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. Like, I grew up with Nintendo. Nintendo has been my very first console. And the fact that they're evolving and now they're stepping up the game with graphics, their hardware, and more people at the table. Not just their IPs, but the third-party titles as well. Mario Kart is taking another step too as well, which it was a big thing back in the Super Nintendo. Now it's taking such a huge leap for one-up fuel. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. We are gonna pause in certain parts, but there's just so many evolutions to this madness of a Direct. This Direct, I had a feeling that the Direct was gonna blow people's minds. I just didn't think it was gonna be this crazy. You know, we got the Direct, we got Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 looks amazing. It looks a fantastic. You know, this is what we want. You know, yes, there's awesome tracks. Yes, you have a massive list of tracks to play on. But this is the next step. Open world. Multiple areas. Different characters. Different functionalities within the drivers, the items, power-ups, costumes. Nintendo is stepping up and it's going full pedal to the metal on this game. And I know it's so cheesy, but you know what? This is amazing. This is so good. Like, oh man. I cannot fathom of how much this is gonna be. You know, a lot of people really. We're gonna speed this up a little bit because they talk about the Direct and God. Let's see here. You know, there's like different things. You know, the different cards, new characters, or characters are within the you know, the games themselves. You know what I mean? Look at this map. Look at this freaking map. You got the you know, Bowser Jr.'s area. Mysterious Forest or something like that. You got like some meadow plains. Then you got like a sludge area. Then you got like a desert area. Then you got the sand area. Then you have it's a lot. It's going all fucking in. This is not no regular 2D Mario 8 levels and that's it. No, we're going all in, all tundras. Look, there's like some secret area over here. Look at this bullshit. This is like, I think that's like a mountain of like for Bowser. It looks a little something like that, but this could be just Bowser's Kingdom. There's like a fall meadow area maybe. The coast, maybe a sunshine area. Look at this. There's another area right here, and then you got the boating area. The lake or water or ocean, whatever you want to be. Like, this looks amazing. it is truly something they're stepping up on this time around. The Switch dominated. It did what it had to do. They maximized efficiently enough on the sales, on the games, on every aspect of the original Switch. Now the Switch 2 is coming around, and it's kicking ass. It's showing you what's up. You know, boom, bada, bing. It's just here. It's here. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cups, 4 tracks per cup, and that's what, 7, 14, 24, 32? And then it's a free roam area. Honestly, free roam is going to be fine. This is more like a Forza, like Horizons kind of deal. You know, it's going to be cartoony, yeah, of course. You know, it's a Nintendo. They're going to be doing their own thing with Mario and the rest of the universe of it. But this looks amazing. This is bigger than what we expected. You know, Mario Kart has not changed one bit, as you know, besides graphics, new items, you know, double dash, different stuff. But this is going to be wicked. We're going up to the next innovation, the next level, the next something in Nintendo that hit that spark of creation to make all these areas. You know, make all these carts. 24 drivers. 24. That's awesome. You can have a whole crew. Look at Bowser in the middle, being metal. Look at that. It's freaking awesome. Man, you know, we're spoiled with this. Now they're saying it's gonna be $80. I expect $80 worth of content out of this, and I think we're gonna get it. You know, if you like Mario Kart, this is a good party game. With 24 people, this is gonna be crazy. Now maybe online, I don't know. I don't know about like couch play, but this is gonna be crazy. Now this whole free roam thing, look at that cart. Look at that. Little like off-road rally car. That's so fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, we get to actually touch different things, look at the different aspects. Are we gonna get like collect stuff throughout the world? That's something that I'm wondering about. I mean, look at that free cam, photo mode. Nintendo's been paying attention to the market and what people are doing. Fucking Waluigi, look at that. Fucking Judas Priest looking guy, look at him. No, we gotta go back. Hold on. Let me get a stop. Look at that. Metal as hell. Fucking cool. Nabbit, look at this. All these little characters. And Nintendo always had these IPs. They had them under their nails and shit. They have them everywhere. This is gonna be crazy. And we're gonna get another Direct April 17th. So in like 15 days, we're gonna go all in that Direct. This is just for freaking Mario Kart. That's how big it is. You know, I'm glad we're not doing a 9. We're just going world. And I think this is a good way to do it. Awesome way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, damn. It's like, you know what I mean? And then they're finally doing something different, and this is definitely was needed in the original Switch. It is talking about the controls. Bigger controls, obviously, right? You know, that's a given. But there's a C button, right? So, now we got game chat. It's almost like a Discord function within the damn console itself. Now, obviously, other consoles, probably like maybe PS5, maybe Xbox, make an app. Discord, right? No, Nintendo says we make it up front, we're gonna give it to you. pretty much just a call, and then you're playing online. Now, one thing that a lot of people are skeptical from what I've been seeing, it is the streaming aspect of it. Everyone's gonna join, right? Whatever. They're gonna drive around. But the console's a mic. The console's an actual mic. It is your microphone. Unless like you buy an accessory. And they're saying by them blending something, they're implying that it is strong enough for you to be heard within that call. Which is pretty cool to confirm. But, you know, maybe they have like noise canceling or 3D audio, something connected to that microphone. Look at that. Look at how big is that thing. It is close to like 8 inches or 9 inches, something like that. I have tech stuff coming up, so this is gonna be a long video just talking about the Nintendo Direct, dissecting it, going through everything. I even look at the websites, and this thing is big. They're going all in. Look at this. You have a mic and menu. It's like almost like how PlayStation 5 did it, or the PS4 did it. You know, separate menus, you know. Now, this is what threw everybody off. These are going to have like some bad FPS. But yours is going to stay normal. Watch. There we go, see? And you can do this with random games. Different games going on. That's freaking cool. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be playing the same game. You go all just chat. And they're sharing their gameplay on the other console for the Switch 2, which is freaking awesome. And you can make your screen bigger. That's what they're explaining right here. This is something that we needed a long time ago, but it's nice that they're doing it now. Hold on one second. I didn't get to see some of these menus. So software information, you have a profile, you can report somebody. That's pretty parental, like, you know, with the network and all that. Expand the game screen, that's pretty nice too. To you know, get that. Oh, and this is something that threw me off. You could actually watch someone else's screen. So that's a total of your screen in the background, right here. This screen, so this is that person's screen. Then you got the other two, which is crazy. Now, I understand the lag. I can deal with that personally because it's not my screen personally. But if you're sharing someone else's screen, you know, it is what it is. You know, you're gonna get so much power out of this damn console playing, right? But with this little function is gonna be a game changer where, let's look at the gameplay. Hold on one second. Yeah, see, like they're playing other games. I think this is not Breath of the Wild, I think, or maybe it is. I don't know. But then you got Dr. Mario playing. You got Odyssey, and then this looks like that Princess Peach game. Didn't play it, but I heard it was pretty cool or interesting. You know, you could turn off your mic. You got a phone call. Now they got a Nintendo camera. Now something's watching you to participate, but you can actually show up in the gameplay. Now, is this needed? No. You don't even have that. You could probably go back to the way you were, just show your screen, or just have a voice chat, and that's possible, more likely. But this is pretty cool though. Like if you're trying to, let's say, like you're trying to hang out with a friend, you have friends of like they're abroad, and you both have consoles, you're gonna play. This is pretty neat. You can see them playing, or like, hey, you know, oh my god, we're having a good time. You know, now this makes more sense. See, we're playing Mario Party, and you're able to show your screen, your reaction, the BS of what's gonna happen during gameplays, because you know, Mario Party, you can screw people, right? You know, and there's gonna be some crazy reaction to it. You know. Now, yeah, see? More online gameplay, people playing other things. People, look, a speed run. So let's say they're doing a challenge, right? Even streamers, anybody, even you're not a streamer. Let's say you're just with the friends, right? and you're trying to do like a speed run of SMW, you know, Super Mario World. You know what I mean? I can see that. That's pretty fucking, you know, tight. This is cool too. You guys are both playing, you know, fucking volleyball over here. You know what I mean? That's game chat. That's a new feature that we are getting. Now, that's like an accessory. I don't know if it's going to be coming with the console. Now, your online membership will be required for this, but here's the cool thing. They're letting you have access until 26/31 March. So, if you're on Switch 1, and this is more than likely going to be something with Switch 2, but if you, let's say you don't want to get it, you know, you don't have to until then. So I guess, you know, that's something you can look at too, right? Now, they're talking about parental controls right here. You know, granting permission for the game chat, having friends. That's pretty cool to, you know, to kind of be on top of. Now, here's something that they're doing. Game share. Now, game share is freaking cool, where you have two consoles, one has the game and one doesn't. And they can share the game. So it's like a party game or whatever. You all can play. You all can play. And this Clubhouse game is actually pretty cool because they have like 51 games. They really do have 51 games to play, party games, and it's pretty nice if you have like parties or to get-togethers. But anything that are party games like these, it'll be available in the future. That's fucking cool. And I think this is just part of the online membership. You know what I mean? That's pretty nice. And then there's gonna be, you know, select games for exclusives for Nintendo Switch. Now, they're showing off the console itself. Their bigger screen, the thickness. Look at this thing. It's longer, almost 8 inches. I'm telling you. But look at that. Wait, we're gonna go back. We gotta go back and check that one more time. Because the Switch is pretty fucking thin. Let's be honest, right? But look at this sucker. The buttons are massive. Much bigger, upgraded, just a little longer. But look at that thickness. That's pretty nice. They're upgrading the display. It's going from a 720 screen, and 720p screen to 1080. Is this a big fucking upgrade? Yes. But look at this. Think about it like this: 120 frames. Nowadays, monitors, you can get a 1080p 165 frame monitor for cheap. So they probably got a fucking deal for whoever the manufacturer is for this screen particularly to do this for all the consoles. This is a massive upgrade because the 120 frames, and even though it says only available on compatible games, whatever, but the fact that the possibility is there because whatever the devs that actually work this in is nice. It's nice to have that high refresh rate when we already have it already. If you're used to it already, there we go. Your eyes are going to get used to it so quickly. If you're not, you're going to see the difference right away. When you play on a Switch, on the original Switch, it's fucking slow as shit. Like, compared to what you see on an actual 120 frame, 165 frame monitor. So having that power in your hand is going to be awesome. You're gonna feel the difference in your eyes. Especially now that it's going to go from 720 to 1080. So you're going to get a little bit more crispier look at it. And almost an 8-inch screen. So that's a freaking big upgrade. You know, they're explaining here about the more of the faster frame rate and all that. Now, vivid HDR support, better lighting, better colors. You know what I mean? Look at this. It's a difference. It's a difference, especially when you're playing in the dark. You're playing this, you know, on a flight. You're playing this in an office on your break time. Maybe not on your break time. Maybe you're a manager, director, and you're trying to steal some time. Who knows what you're doing? But either way, this thing handheld is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be pretty sweet. So, Now, the Joy-Con. Now, seeing this is pretty cool. Now, these are magnetic. They will not release by hand like that. There's a trigger in the back. These leaked documents about the trigger, there was a thing about it. Now is pretty cool. See that? Look at this. The big difference on the buttons. And then obviously you got your little sensor right there. You got your little binding button right here, your pairing button. It's pretty damn interesting. But it's big enough for you to play with. You know what I mean? This is larger control, analog stick. Hopefully they fixed the damn issue they had with that drift. Mouse controls. Now here's the big thing that some people are like wondering. We got mouse controls now. You know what I mean? This is something that's going to be interesting. How is that going to work? And the better audio. Look at this. You know what I mean? They're talking about the audio here. But better mic. It's going to be straight on top. Nothing too crazy. They're not putting this on a damn accessory, which is nice. Because I swear sometimes the accessory can be a hit or miss. Now, they're doing this whole 3D audio. I'm going to let y'all hear this.
Sound system. Games can be enjoyed with more immersive.
You kind of get the drift on that. Basically, it's a real more spacious audio you can hear around you, over you, if you want to be immersed into the game. The stand has better angles now. It's more stable. And now you got 2 charging ports for your Switch. So you got the bottom, and then you got the top. Now the top is very, very useful because you got tabletop mode. So you can play this on the table real easy. Bigger screen, you put it on the table, boom, bada bing, there we go. You can play. Larger, faster storage. Now this is something that I was surprised that they upgraded the storage by stock. And now it is going to be a lot faster to read the game. It will not take forever to load the game. And how the regular Switch does it. Now this is what threw me off. 4K support. 4K HDR. We didn't think to see the day with this for Nintendo. We've been stuck. Oh, look, here you go. And you know what? You can change it out with your TV. That's nice. This is what I got. I'm running 1440p, and just the thought of 4K, that's gonna be freaking awesome. Like, no doubt about it. Like, that's something we're coming back to, of a better upgrade. That some people are just surprised that we're gonna get this. Now, obviously, this thing is gonna get fucking hot. Now, I saw this, and this is actually a pretty smart design because it's just gonna blow to the top. That's it. That's all it is. It's gonna, and then right there in the bottom. Straightforward and simple. Now, I saw this. Plays compatible Switch games. There is a I have the website up. We'll go ahead and look at it. We are right here. So, out of 122 games, all working. What it looks like. Partner games. It looks like games can be started. Further test in progress. No issues. So basically, there's a rather big percentage that games are they're working right, and then these are the confirmed ones. So I'll say a little bit more than 20%, maybe 22 at the most. That games are third-party games, or they call partner games. The only game that's confirmed is from Nintendo is the Labo, which a lot of people speculated because the VR kit is just not going to work with the new Switch. VR is it's just something just not going to do it. It won't. Now, look, see, games with compatibility issues right now. These are it. This is the first list. It will start, but then it will have some in-game compatibility issues, which are these right here. For the most part, most of this stuff is kind of like on the store. I think none of this stuff, there's some physical copies. If there is, that's interesting. That's an interesting title. But yeah, this is a short list. Now, the ones that are having major issues, startup issues, are these. Oh, I'm gonna scroll down. This was just released today, updated for April the 1st. They say they're gonna keep this updated to see where it goes. That's sad to hear that Doom Eternal is gonna have issues, because they got it running on the first one, so now I don't know what's gonna happen. Right here, Fortnite. So they're gonna do a Fortnite on Switch 2. It's gonna be interesting. I think that's the only one. Yeah. There's a bunch of them. There's so many games on the Switch. It's kind of crazy how many are there. But yeah, this is the list though. There's some games here that I was surprised they were gonna even try, like Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. That game is actually pretty cool. Now playing on the Switch, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, and then games that require Nintendo Switch Joy-Con to play. And now these are the games that work. Ring Fit, 1, 2, everybody. Garage Builder, that's pretty cool. Sports, the WarioWare, Move It, and then obviously these games are not gonna work. And that's it. That's confirmed. This is your list. So if you're worried that there's not gonna be no support or anything like that, don't worry too hard, because there's it's less than 10% of games that are not gonna work in the console. Less than 10%. And this right here, I think for the most part, it's the Labo. So, and that's about 15,000 plus games. We can see off the top. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now back to the thing. Which I'm very happy. They're already gonna go over everything. They made like a tech demo. It's called Welcome Tour. Supposedly this is something that you have to pay. Supposedly, which I was a big surprise, because it's just a tech demo. So there's probably got to be something when you purchase the console, it comes with it or something like that. And if it doesn't and they're making you pay for this, that's pretty scummy. I'm not gonna lie, just for a tech demo. But then again, I could get it though that Nintendo's trying to make as much money they can, because they probably put a lot of money into this. They probably stocked it for a long time too. Supposedly that the stock has been going on for 2 years, non-stop. So this is like a little tech demo. The possibilities with the mouse. So they're showing more of the mouse, of what you can do, which is pretty nice. But I have the feeling that you're gonna have to get used to this. This is not like a regular mouse. It is in concept still a good idea. I'm just wondering, like, if you have huge hands, this might not work for you. Unless you have like some tiny hands or something, or normal size hands. But we'll see. This is not released yet, so we'll see. But yeah, this is like a tech demo thing that you can do as a paid digital only game. That's something that I'm wondering about. That's in my head. I'm wondering about. Now they're saying that they're going to be different carts. They're going to be red. Now, additional storage, you have to have a micro SD express card. You have to have these now. You cannot use a regular micro SD because you want the fast reading speeds. So this is not going to work. Now, transfer data, it looks like everything's going to be able to transfer, which is pretty cool. Now, here's the new Switch controller. It looks pretty clean. It's not transparent like the original one was for the Switch 1, but it looks pretty beefy. It's just, I think people are wondering if the D-pads are going to be good or not. But the additional buttons are nice. You know, it's a nice girthy controller, so I think everybody will like that. Yeah, you know, they already have this up already by now. You're probably already reading it. June the 5th. June the freaking 5th. Like, holy shit. Like, we're here. Like, we are here. Like, this is it. And I can't wait. Like, it's only 2 months. What is it? May, June. It's basically, yeah, just 2 months. 2 months and some days for this thing to come out. Which is freaking awesome. Now, we're going to talk about the price. $449.99. I'm going to say this now. It's worth it. For all these little upgrades that we're getting. And big upgrades, obviously, for the hardware. Because, man, we're going to go through the hardware at the end. There's a website I found with Nintendo that talks about the details of the tech. For what they're going to give us. Now, so there's 3 types of games that'll play on the Switch 2. Switch 2 games, compatible Nintendo Switch games. Let's read that. Some notes. Some games will not fully support. All that. And then Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Look at this shit. So, there's gonna be some games upgraded to fucking Nintendo 2 Switch. Or Switch 2. So, they're basically like additional upgrades if you already own the game. Okay, you get a little upgrade and you get some additional content for the upgrade. You know, you got the camera that's integrated for Mario Party Jamboree. That's pretty cool. You are actually immersed into this game and just have fun and play Mario Party. You know what I mean? A lot of people are wondering, like, streamers how they're gonna use this, and I already know it's gonna be wild. I already know it. You got like a bunch of different kind of like activities, you know, and this is using the full camera. You know what I mean? You got like little dumb activities. Look at this. Look at this. That I want to take part of. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty damn fun. The carnival coaster. Look at this. Look at this. You know, you got like more activities. They're utilizing the Switch itself. Like they're making it happen right here. Like pretty much almost day one. You know what I mean? This right here is what we are appreciating and paying for. Because now with these Nintendo 2 Switch editions, you have to use a upgrade pack. You have to not buy the game if you don't own it. But this is additional content, so it's like an add-on, as they're treating it as. I'm okay with this if it's not too pricey. If it's like $10, $15, okay. If it's going like $25, $20, this is crazy. Look at this. Zelda and you know, from the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which these games needed, especially Tears. You can say Breath of the Wild as well, because that game is run like shit. Like you have to have like an emulator, mods, and then it kind of boosts the graphics on it. But it's just freaking crazy. You know, this is happening. That you have to pay for this. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very needed. And people are gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? It's up to you. It's an option. It's not mandatory, but it is an option. Now they have these Zelda notes here, and it's gonna be located on that new Nintendo Switch app that I think most people don't care about, but I have a feeling some people are gonna be there. Or they're gonna be there using it. Look at this. And it makes the game a lot easier for you to play. But yeah. This is something that's gonna go down. Kirby the Forgotten Land gets additional like area, world, whatever. Which is pretty damn cool. Kirby itself, this game was freaking awesome. I mean, there was a lot of content already as it is, and then now you're adding additional plus upgrades like graphically or, you know, for how the game plays. It's pretty nice. Now, I mean, look at this Prime, Metroid Prime Beyond, Switch 2 version. So you're getting an upgrade on top of a new title that's just about to come out. Now they have the free aim with the mouse clicking, the mouse aim and all that, which is going to be pretty nice. But look at this, quality mode, 4K 60 frames, HDR, or performance mode, 1080p 120 HDR. And look at the handheld. Look at the handheld. You know what I mean? Like, what can you ask more from this? Even at the base, 60 frames on most games is really nice. It's smooth to the eyes, but if you go any more higher than that, it does get a little different, depending on what you're playing. You know, this Pokemon game is coming out too, and so it's gonna get an upgrade. And because it makes sense, you know, you're gonna get new hardware. You might as well just get the upgrades. You might as well with your Switch. And so far, it is total 6. So if you own the actual copies of these games, and if you want to pay the upgrade pack to it, it's up to you. Now, I wish there was like a price thing so we'll know. That's something that I was kind of waiting on, personally. Now, there's like a lot of new tech with the mouse. This new game too as well. It's pretty damn interesting. Dragon Drive. A basketball game, but you're on wheelchairs. I'm like, I'm for it, but I already know there's gonna be memes on this. And it's pretty funny, you know, this game looks like it's utilizing that mouse controls with the Joy-Con motion. Now, this is probably like just like a parlor trick or a party game or something in the matter of using the new motion controls. But it's still pretty cool. You get to play, you know what I mean, to have fun, do kind of stuff like that. And it's coming out this year. Now when, I don't know. But that's interesting. Now this blew me away. This is where I screamed. Elden Ring on the fucking Switch. Are you fucking kidding me? Elden Ring on the Switch. This game is already cool as it is. It already got Game of the Year. And you're telling me that I could play this on the go? On the Switch? Now, yes, there's other things like the Steam Deck and other competitors in regards of handheld PC, hardware. But at the price, even at its price, a copy of Elden Ring, and on the Switch 2, this is not bad. I'm telling you this right now, this is not bad, and this is a certain edition. Maybe they optimize it for it to run pretty smoothly. This is another thing too that threw me off. They added Hades 2 on this. Now, this game is already on earlier access and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, this is something I'm happy for, though. We're going to get a little bit of glimpse of it. And it looks like, you know, if they're showing something now, more than likely this is going to be coming out this year. Now, I didn't really pay attention on the date. But this is probably something coming up. Now, Capcom brought a lot to the table here. Now, we got 3 different games. What is this? Hold on. Fighting Ground. Let me see. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I think this is just straight up like Street Fighter 6. Now, fighting games on Nintendo products has always been a thing. Look at this, 26 characters. All right. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 1 and 2 Fighters Edition. That's freaking nice. One little package, boom, bada bing. And then they're gonna have amiibo figures too. Look at this. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Street Fighter 6 did pop off pretty well, but now coming to the console for the Switch with amiibos, so you're gonna have additional content with that as well. Look at this. Available on the same day as the Switch 2. Look at this. So not just these figures, you got the cards. So if you're a Street Fighter fan, this is your game, man. This is your thing. If you're all into it. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some pretty cool characters in this damn thing. Especially goddamn Yuri, man. Yuri needs to chill. Yuri needs to chill. But yo, this was a lot. And we're still going. We're only halfway through. Now, this is a game that I was surprised to see, but it's cool that they're bringing it back. And I think this is a newer title. Arsenal. I think this is what Arsenal Chain. What is this? Hold on. I'm waiting for the title to pull up. Basically a mech game, which is pretty cool. And then now you're able to run this on the Switch. This is pretty nice. Alright, here we go. Damien Machina Titanic Scion. Okay, so it's not Arsenal. It's just something for the mechs or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, this split fiction game, this is cool because you have basically 2 controllers in your hand if you want to play. So this will work out just fine. Now, this game has been popping off. It's a good game. I don't have another person to play with, but it looks freaking cool. You know, for the story. Now, EA came out of nowhere and is putting like their sports thing on here now. So it's FC, you know, and then Madden. Ugh. I'm not a fan of EA, I swear to God, but they're coming to the Switch. Hogwarts, that was a big thing. Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm always sad that they're not adding additional DLC or stuff in regards of this, but they're putting it into the Switch though, because this game was successful. Let's believe. I'm just gonna say this now. It was successful. It's just, I think for some reason they just couldn't commit to the DLC or something. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, you could tell me in the comments about this, but Jesus Christ, this game was pretty though. When I remember when this first came out. Now coming onto the Switch, it is nice. This right here, I was surprised when I heard this when this was coming out. This is gonna be a pickup. Like, you're a big fan of like Tony Hawk? Yes, go for it. This game is gonna be fun. You know what I mean? It's just an arcade skating game, you know, like you remembered when you played it long ago. And it's on the Switch. You know what I mean? You got the whole big ordeal with the Switch coming along, and then now you got a remaster of this game, and it's running not bad. Look at this thing. Shut the hell up. You saw that? Fucking SpongeBob Easter eggs and shit. What in the hell is this, man? It's fucking cool. Now, Hitman's coming in. Another big title. The most recent Hitman has been like an ongoing game. And it's pretty damn cool. This game, the way the game looks on the Switch, so it's Signature Edition. It doesn't look too bad, but this game does demand a lot for graphics. Now, when I saw this shit, 007, like, excuse me, like, we're just gonna come back? Because we had GoldenEye and it got put back onto the Nintendo 64 online emulator that's on the Switch Online. But the fact that this is coming through is fucking cool. It's coming through. Like, okay, all right. Now this one was another thing that I was surprised. This one here is Bravely Default. So if you were wanting this game, because we got 2 on the Switch, but now everyone was kind of wanting this back. This is the remaster of it. So yeah, we're gonna get a remastered, and this is coming to the Switch. If you're into big JRPGs and you're into this game, you know, rejoice. It's fucking awesome. Now, let's see what else is next. Oh yeah, Yakuza 0. This is such a surprise to me because they're bringing this game here. Yakuza is a fun time though. It's a wacky game, a bit seriousness, and then it just so much dumb fun. So it's pretty cool that, you know, they're bringing this onto the console. Oh yeah, and then this is going down. A new Zelda game that's basically Hyrule Warriors, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I always been a Mario fan, always been a Donkey Kong fan. Zelda is like a new love I've been kind of brewing in me over time. But this game got me hooked though. This one looks fucking cool. Like, if you like Dynasty Warriors, this is your game. Like, it is through and through, and it's all part. This is like technically a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. So, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. Now, this is pretty nice. I'm very glad this is coming through. Over these little collaborations with Nintendo. Like, they've been hiding on this. We didn't know anything about this at all. Besides the leaks of the console itself. Now, your online is not changing. Your online is moving on with the new Switch, the new Nintendo Switch, with the Switch 2. So, this was fucking nuts. Nintendo GameCube on the Switch 2, which can do it. They're gonna sell a new look at this. Zelda the Wind Waker. Which everybody's been wanting this game. It's a very fun game to play. Soul Calibur 2 with Zelda. Which is pretty damn cool. And F-Zero GX. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, this game actually looks pretty damn good. Like, for a racing game. And the thing is, though, I am saying this now because I never actually owned a GameCube. So I was a PS2 owner all my life. And the fact that this is coming to the Switch 2 with online, it's fucking awesome. Now, this is just... It's awesome because of the fact that now you have save states, you got customized controllers, you can literally just have fun. In the original Super Sunshine, look at that. You got original Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Pokemon XD. I never played this, and I wanted to play this shit out of this game. Strikers, Chibi Robo, all that. Man. This expansion is getting better and better and better as time goes on, especially what they've been adding. It's been a little trinkle, but they're adding some good stuff nowadays. And with this direct, now look at this. This is crazy. They're giving you're able to buy a GameCube controller online for online members only. So it's like you gotta go to their store and you gotta buy it. And look at it, it's wireless and it's compatible with the Switch too. It's freaking awesome. See, it's available the same day as Switch 2. Like, damn, like, dude, this is gonna go nuts. People who play fucking Smash, they're gonna lose their fucking minds. Now, more of a highlight on the services. Now, this right here, if you're a big fan of Undertale and Deltarune, I think that's what it's called. This is something for you. Yeah, it's like a parallel story, so it's like, yeah, if you're really into this, it's coming through. And 3 and 4 is waiting. Let me see, hold on. 8x4. But yeah, so that's just coming through. I don't know. I really don't know too much on it, but I kind of got a glimpse of it and figured. Now, Borderlands 4 is coming through, and they're on their way making this game to the Switch as well, which is fucking cool. You know, the Borderlands, you know, it's just guns and just shoot and loot, and that's it. What more you can ask? Now, hopefully the story is kind of okay, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, so that's something that's happening. Civ 7, they're going to have their own special edition for Civ 7 on the Switch too, which is freaking cool. This game just came out not too long ago, and I can't wait to see what this is going to be. Like, I'm a big Civ guy, and then especially using the mouse, you know, in this game, it's going to be actually really awesome because, man, you're going to be able to move in a better way than you were before, at least with the controller. This is something. What is this? Oh yeah. So WWE 2K. So if you're a big one of those wrestling fans, or NBA 2K, well, be happy because it's coming to the Switch too as well, and they're ready for the ride. So this one, what is this? I actually don't know what this is. Cook and eat. Oh, okay, I don't know what that is. It was like some kid game. Now look at this shit. They came out the fucking blue and they fucking announced Gungeon 2. Enter the Gungeon 2. Look at this. This is looking good. We're getting the second game. And a 3D, look at that 3D. Look at the particle effects. If you're a shoot 'em up person, like likes arcades, and you like these type of games, this game, the first one is freaking awesome. But now coming to 3D on the Switch 2 is freaking cool too as well. It looks like a menace. Look at this thing. This is gonna be so good. Now, this one... Now, if you're a real big explorer type, probably mining is going to be Astronauter 2, I think that's what it's called. I never played the first game, I'm going to be honest, but I know it's regarded like it's a real good game, real fun time. But this, I think, made an announcement just today. I'm an idiot. So Star Seeker Astroneer Expedition. So yeah, there you go. I guess it's like a sequel or like an expansion, something like that. But it's gonna be an awesome game where you're gonna be able to play with other people. Now this would throw me the fuck off. Cyberpunk on the Switch. Excuse me? Cyberpunk on the freaking Switch. No fucking way. Not in the dreams that I had in my dreams. This game's gonna be on the Switch. This game is a pretty cool game. This game, like, it takes a lot to run right on the PC. But God Almighty, that's gonna be awesome. Now they're gonna have Square Enix up in here. Look at this, Final Fantasy VII Remake. which is pretty crazy. They're gonna have this on the Switch too. You know, this game is gonna be going full force with the Switch too. Now I'm wondering, are we gonna get stable 60 frames? That's my concern, my wonder about this is, are we gonna get a stable 60? And that's it. That's the Nintendo Direct. Oh, wait a minute. We still got a little bit more. You know what I mean? They got this game right here coming out. I heard this game was pretty cool. Now, my Silk Song people, this game it's real. It's fucking real. It's announced. It's gonna happen. Nintendo did everything in their might to do this right. This was the bee's knees for everybody that I know. Now this is like some other game. Goodnight Universe was looks like an AR VR game. 2 Point Museum. A lot of indie games, smaller games, which are pretty cool. Wild Hearts. Actually, games look pretty nice. It's not lagging. It's nice. That's that Witchbrook one that we saw in the last Direct. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. That's actually pretty cool. I like that game. Let's see here, man. There's just so much going on. There's just so much. That beat 'em up. Oh no, not the Star Wars Outlaws. Oh no. If you're a big Star Wars fan and you actually liked it, cool, but nah. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this madness. Look at this shit. The Gungeon. That's Enter the Gungeon 2. That looks nuts. That's Hades 2. Third party. Look at this. Look at this. Even this game, bro. Fast Fusion 2. Now that looks freaking cool. That's a racing game I can get behind on. Shadow Labyrinth. That was actually pretty nice as well. Another one we saw for the other Direct. Let's see. No Sleep for Karami Date. That was another one. It's going to look a lot better though on the Switch too. This one looks like Little Nightmares, I think. Fortnite, guys. We got the Fortnite. Fortnite's coming along on Switch too. Ridge Racer 2. Oh yeah. That's going to be pretty nice. Look at this. Another of these games. Just so many games they announced. They just went pop, pop, pop. They couldn't stop. You couldn't stop. If you couldn't even react. Look at that. Human Fall Flat 2. Look at that game. That game is such a fun time. Like the first one at least, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering this one's gonna be crazy. Now, this is something that threw me the fuck off. We got FromSoft. FromSoft came out of the fucking blue with this game. This right here, and this is exclusive to the Switch too, mind you. Like Nintendo was really cooking in this damn Direct. Like, holy crap. Like, and people are speculating already that this was supposed to be the successor to Bloodborne. Like, God, man, this is gonna be crazy. I'm so stoked that this is coming through. And this has like a steampunk ideal like in the setting. So it's gonna basically be like a Souls-like game. And it's gonna be multiplayer. Look at that. There's a fucking gun on the back. Now it's gonna be an old style gun, but you know what? It's something nevertheless. Now, everybody, they're like fighters, you know, in regards of like Souls games. This is gonna be pretty freaking epic. Look at this. Fully armored Rocket Man. Oh my god. Like, this is like truly amazing. Look at that. That's looking crazy. This right here, I'm so, it blew my mind. Like, by now at this point, I was already blowing my brains. Like, oh my god, what are we fucking doing here, bro? And this game is exclusive to the Switch. You're not getting this on PC. You're not getting this on the PlayStation or the Xbox. Switch 2. And if you're a Souls fan, anything for the Souls games. Let's be really honest. This game looks fucking fun. Look at that. Look at that. And then there's another reference that this could be like a Soulsborne successor. A Bloodborne successor, because of some of the characters that you're seeing in the map, like this one right here. You know, in Bloodborne, there was like a couple werewolves, bosses. The transformations. The medieval, evil look of the game. I don't know why I said that twice, but you know what I mean? The magic. Obviously, magic's gonna be overpowered as shit. And it's just like, what in the hell's going on here, man? Like, Dust Bloods. You know what I mean? Like, FromSoft is not playing around with this. This is freaking amazing. Now, they did a creator's voice on the website if you wanted to add your opinions and all that. Now, this is the part where they tell us there's one more thing. There's one more thing. And obviously, you gotta end it with a bang, right? You start off strong, you end it with a bang. And we got Kirby back at it again. Honestly, I feel like Kirby's like saved Nintendo and sometimes, but Jesus Christ, their games are fucking fun to play. I still have Forgotten Lands in my head, and now the fact that this game is gonna go off the fucking rails. Like, Jesus Christ, like, give me a break, let me breathe. I wanna take a moment to kind of evaluate everything. Look at this. Now, obviously, their CG stuff is pretty good, but like, come on, like, all right, we're gonna get a full fucking action back into, you know, Kirby again. Now, if I'm correct, Air Ride, it's supposed to be a racing game, or Riders. So it's supposed to be a racing game. So Kirby with racing, it's gonna be freaking cool. Now, if it's gonna have like a single campaign and all that, I'm okay with that too, to be honest. But that's freaking awesome, man, you know? Now, another one that came out of the freaking blue, this is just now a recap of everything. Oh, but you know, he does announce that there's one more thing. This is what threw me the hell off. And I'll let you hear this. I'll let you watch it yourself if you want, but this thing looks fucking wicked. Like, holy shit, are we getting the Mario Odyssey version of for Donkey Kong? Yes, that's 100,000% right. I'm sorry, we're gonna get really deep on this. Like, holy crap. Like, who does this? Like, who freaking does? Look at this. With 2D and, you know, the rides too, because they thought of every little thing. And there's what I saw in a couple of frames, there's references to like the original Donkey Kong 64. That was the only 3D Donkey Kong game before this. The only one. This thing looks like a massive mammoth behemoth, whatever you want to call it. Holy crap. We're getting a fucking ride here, man. And this is going to be freaking to the top. You know, like, holy crap. Like, Bonanza, Donkey Kong. That's why you got a 3D Returns. You know what I mean? Donkey Kong Returns HD. I had a feeling they had Donkey Kong up their sleeve. And they say, we're going to give you the 1-2 punch right here. This was fucking... This blew my freaking mind when I saw this. I was like, no way. Donkey Kong is back. And honestly, it is actually back to its roots of Nintendo. Nintendo was... This is like literally their first video game. Donkey Kong. You know, it was always Mario this, Mario that, every freaking year. Like, come on. Available June the 5th. That's it. You know what I mean? What an amazing time to be a gamer for 2025. And they're having a little bundle. You know, if you want to get the Mario Kart, you'll save like what, a couple $30, I think, digital. But for the most part, boom. That's it. Switch 2. Go get it. On June the 5th. There's gonna be pre-orders as well, but my God, we're losing our freaking minds over here, and we got what we got. This was the behemoth direct we wanted for this direct. It's done. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is what and how you launch a console. Super stack on the games, backwards compatibility, uplift the online with an additional game system to play in for the GameCube. It just gets better. It just gets better. You know, all the haters out there that, you know, oh, Nintendo this, oh no, 20-year console, you know, whatever. 7-year console, old hardware. Nintendo's back in a brutal way. It's gonna be a crazy time to own a console, especially for Nintendo. I can't wait. But that's all I gotta say. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you didn't, I hope there's a game out there that make you enjoy something. But all these games I'm excited for. So if you're on the fan train and for Nintendo, I am too. And let's enjoy this ride to the sunset. Like and subscribe. I will definitely see y'all in the next video.